Hey everyone, welcome to this episode where I'm going to be talking about imposter syndrome even more. This is the topic of the week, the topic du jour, the topic of the week is imposter syndrome. So I started talking about it on Monday and I made a post to the group yesterday as well. And today I want to get more into strategies around essentially nipping imposter syndrome in the bud. Because it's really important to make sure that you don't let the inevitable imposter syndrome demons that come in your head, that you don't let them stay there, right? So we talked about on Monday how like the biggest problem with imposter syndrome that's kind of keeping you from advancing in your career and advancing in your life, the biggest problem with it is you think you shouldn't have it. You think it shouldn't be there. And so when it pops up, you might get angry or sad or depressed or just feel guilty about it or whatever it is. But really, it's going to happen, especially when you're upgrading your career and you're encountering even more challenges. But really, the key is recognizing and just acknowledging, yeah, it's going to happen. Every once in a while, those imposter demons, those thoughts of maybe I'm not enough. I'm not really sure. Do I really have what it takes? They're going to pop into your head. But as long as you don't live there, as long as you don't let those thoughts consume you so that you're not in a place where you can take intelligent action, then that's okay. Then it's okay, right? They're going to come up. But what happens often is that we don't nip it in the bud. So in other words, it pops up. You know, it's like almost like one of those weasel games. You know, remember those weasel games that you'd play when you go to the video game places, and they have a whole bunch of video games to play. And one of them, like there's like a whack-a-mole. I think that's what it was called, right? So you had a little thing of like a bat or something like that, and the little weasels would pop up and you go psh, 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 and you know they would pop up and so the thing is, like, they're gonna pop up. That's part of the game, but it's to really just say enough with this. I'm gonna move on. I'm stronger than this. And if you don't do that, then it's totally going to demolish your career. It's going to demolish your potential for achieving career transformation, which is why you're here, for achieving that raise, that promotion, that next job, from building that bridge to your dream. It's going to keep you from doing that. So I want to talk about the number one strategy that's really going to nip it in the bud. It's really quite simple, but most tech managers that we talk with are afraid of using it. And I'm going to talk about that as well. So first of all, what's the strategy? So if you look at it from the perspective of why, at least what is one of the reasons why imposter syndrome happens? It's because we're playing a really dangerous version of the comparison game. And when you play the comparison game from the perspective of that person's better than me, oh my God, look at what they're doing. They're accomplishing so much more. I could never do that. Oh my God, they're going so much faster. They're faster, they're better, they're sexier, they're getting more promotions. Oh, and they have a better family life than I do. Ugh. That's a really dangerous game to play. And that is one of the key culprits to experiencing imposter syndrome. Because if you didn't play that dangerous comparison game and you weren't comparing yourself to others, then you wouldn't feel like an imposter. I'm going to say that again because it's really, really, really important. If you do not play the dangerous comparison game, you will never feel like an imposter. Because why compare yourself? Why compare yourself to others? Everyone is on this journey called life with so many different, beautiful, but different resources and personalities and identities and just resources that are available to us. Everybody has different opportunities. Everybody has different pasts, different experiences to make us stronger, to build our strength. And everybody's on a different part of that path. And some people are on a completely different path than you are. And so to play the comparison game, if you look at it that way, it's almost silly. Because when you look at all of the differences that are possible between you and the person sitting next to you, all those ones that I just listed, differences in internal, right? Different personalities, different shit to get over, right? We all have those demons to fight, different baggage that we're carrying, different amounts of baggage, different kinds of baggage, different behavioral tendencies, different goals, different models of the world. And that's just to name a few. And externally as well. You and the person sitting next to you, either actually or metaphorically, you come from different backgrounds. You have different families, you're different ages, different socioeconomic backgrounds, different race, different gender, different ethnicity, different religions. The list goes on and on and on and on. We are so different from one another, and yet we feel justified in comparing ourselves to others. So realize it's a choice to compare yourself to others. And really, when you don't play the comparison game, it's impossible to feel like an imposter. That's a really important point that leads me to what the number one strategy is to nip imposter syndrome in the bud. But it really does start, in order for this strategy to be effective, it has to start with, I'm not going to play the comparison game anymore. I'm not going to do it. It's just not useful. And then from that place, what you can do is you implement the strategy. And the strategy is consistently building and reporting your excellence. That's the strategy. Consistently, on a daily basis, every day that ends in Y, building your excellence and reporting your excellence. That's really all it takes. It's that simple. But here's the reason why most tech managers who we work with, at least when we start to work with them, they don't want to. You know, that inner child, I've done this too. I don't want to. I don't know how. Why is, like, yeah, I did, or yeah, I do that already. I'm already building my excellence. It's why I'm here. It's why I'm listening to you. I'm building my excellence, damn it. Or, yeah, I build it and I report it to, yeah, I tell people, I think, yeah, I tell people about what I'm doing. Sure, I share. Or, no, I don't like to talk about that. I just keep my head down and I do the hard work and I expect to get recognized because that's what they tell me, right? Those are the people who get raises and promotions and earn tons of money. They're the ones who just keep their head down. Mom's the word. Not going to brag. No way. No how. So there's a lot of stuff that comes up when you say, okay, that's all. It's really that simple. Build your excellence, report your excellence. We also refer to it as evangelizing your excellence, right? That's kind of the, if you were going to pick it apart, what does evangelizing your excellence mean, right? Well, in order to have excellence to evangelize, you have to build it to start with, right? But then also it's reporting it, sharing it. And to stretch it out even more, it's not just your excellence, it's also the excellence of your team as well. All of your wins and your shared wins, your shared team wins. So the number one reason that's the number one strategy, because when you do that, when you have that sense of, okay, I'm doing the best that I can every single day, I am building my excellence. I'm investing in myself, in my own personal growth journey, in my own career development and professional development. I'm doing that. I'm showing up the best that I possibly can, and I'm reporting it. I am writing it down and I am sharing it. This is the evidence, the actual evidence of the excellence that I'm building. Here's all the ways that I'm doing it. And notice how that's only going to work if you come at it from a place of, I'm doing this and I'm doing the best that I can on my journey. If you come at it from a place of, you're comparing yourself to others, like friendly competition is okay, right? As long as it juices you. But or even like maybe aggressive competition, whatever is good for you, right? As long as it's all in good spirits and it's all in from the mindset of, really, I'm on this journey on my own. Like really, like we're put in a line to race against one another and we can have fun with that. But really it's about showing up and being the best version of you every day, because that's all you can do. When you look at the champions, when you look at the people who are, winning awards and medals in like the sports arena, you hear them talk about competition and their kind of approach to being competitive. Even the super competitive ones, where it may sound like they're playing the comparison game, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna beat you, I'm gonna beat this team, and oh yeah, we're the best in the world. If you listen, like this is why I love watching sports documentaries or documentaries of like the best and the best in different areas of sports, which really listen between the lines behind their mindset behind it. But yeah, that's for fun. Like I love the people who I get to compete against. I love that I have to bring my A game because they're so freaking good at what they do. And like, I'm actually really great friends with them, right? It's all just, the trash talk or whatever that happens between healthy competitors. It's all in good spirits. And really at the end of the day, I'm going to show up and do the best that I can, because I can't control how fast or how strong or how agile everybody else is. All I can control is how I show up. So if you approach, let's just say building your excellence and, getting back to that, building your excellence and reporting your excellence. If you show up trying to build your excellence, trying to report your excellence from a place of, I gotta do better than this person. Oh my God, and this person is so much better than me. I'm gonna beat him and I'm gonna beat her. And oh my God, look at what she has. I want what she has. And I'm not really sure if I can actually be better than that person, but I'm gonna try. Damn it, I'm gonna try. If you come at it from that place, then it's never from a place of like, I'm on this journey and I got this. It's from a place of, I'm going to do better than this other person. And that's why you lose. Because if you simply try to to show up and do the things the way somebody else is doing them, in trying to kind of mirror that and match that, then you're never gonna achieve what you're actually capable of achieving, because you're basing the way that you show up on somebody else's rules, on somebody else's experiences, and somebody else's personality, on somebody else's past and demons, not your own. So that's why that's so important. But when you show up from the place of, I got this, I'm on this journey, I'm not going to play the comparison game anymore, I'm going to build my excellence, I'm going to report my excellence. But even then, the demons pop up, fear pops up. That's why most tech managers are afraid of doing it. Fear is the reason why most tech managers are afraid of consistently building their excellence and reporting that excellence. Because what happens is, you might think, all right, I'm doing this, I'm investing in myself, I'm going to do everything I can to be the best leader I possibly can be, and then boop, challenge pops up, or you fail, right? You try something and you fail. You fail at having a great conversation, you fail at launching the product when you wanted to, you're unable to keep a promise that you made to your boss, you're unable to get that raise, you're unable to get that promotion. And you're like, oh man, why do I even do this? And so you're afraid of the failure. You're afraid of the effort. You're afraid in terms of reporting the excellence, evangelizing the excellence that you're building. You're afraid you're going to come off as you're bragging. You're afraid that you're going to rub people the wrong way. You're afraid that you're going to burn bridges when really what you want to do is build bridges to your dream and build bridges for other people too, so that they can live their dreams. So your team can do that, for example. And so fear gets in the way. And there's really so it's like, okay, so how do we get over the fear? How do we demolish the fear? It's not one thing. And that's why it's just so important to be aware for yourself what your triggers are and why it is that you think whatever you're doing isn't working. And to be aware of the games that you're playing that are not helpful to getting you to your dream. So one of the games may be the comparison game, a.k.a. just sort of buying into imposter syndrome. And you may be doing it without even realizing it, by the way. So if you're sitting there thinking right now, I'm not playing any games. When you're talking about these mind weasels, you're talking about imposter syndrome, you're talking about fear, I never feel that. All I would invite you to do is take a look at where you are right now and what your goals are. What are your career goals? What's your dream? Because if you're human and you're breathing and you're sitting here, you have dreams and goals. You want to reach them. And you say, okay, I'm right here and my dream's over here. Define that, define where am I right now, and then define where you want to go. Okay. And then ask yourself, what's the number one thing that's stopping me? What's the number one thing that's stopping me from getting to my goal? And that's all I invite you to do. Just find that one thing. And just kind of notice what you say that one thing is. And that's going to be really revelatory. It's going to reveal what's going on up here. And it's also going to reveal what's going on out there, like what you're putting out there to the world, how you respond to that. Because, for example, if you say, well, it's other people are keeping me from getting there, then that reveals how much you actually are looking at other people as the source of your own failures, as the source of your own inability to reach where you want to go. Or you might say, well, what's the number one thing that's stopping me? It's I don't know how. I'm not sure how. Like, I get it. Everything that you're saying is resonating, Jen, but how do I build my excellence? I've tried, but I just don't know how. Right, so then that's when what that reveals is, okay, I just haven't figured out the best way to do it yet. And you get resourceful and you do it. So this is all by way of saying that, number one, to recap from what I talked about, the other day, was essentially that the number one reason why imposter syndrome is keeping you from living your dream career is because you think you shouldn't have it. It's going to happen, especially when you're a high performer, when you're an accomplished high performer, it's going to happen. And then number two, the number one strategy to nipping it in the bud is consistently building your excellence and consistently reporting your excellence from a place of, I got this. I'm not comparing myself to anyone else. I'm going to do this, and I'm on my own journey here. And yes, I'm going to fail along the way. And yes, there's going to be challenges along the way. I'm going to do everything that I can to get there. And the number one reason why people won't do that, won't consistently every day commit to building excellence and reporting your excellence, is because of fear. And that's it. It's really that simple, but it gets thorny and it gets muddy because fear can pop up for a number of reasons. Imposter syndrome can pop up for a number of reasons. Playing the comparison game can pop up for a number of reasons. And yes, as you move forward on this journey toward achieving career transformation, the challenges will get bigger and not smaller. Trust me, I've been there. I've fought the demons, and we've helped our clients fight the demons that are there along the way. So if you want help on this journey of achieving career transformation, because you know that in order to get where you want to go, there are going to be even more challenges, more imposter syndrome, more comparison game, more mind weasels, more demons that you're going to fight that you don't even know what you don't know yet. If you want an expert to guide you on that path, from people who have battled way more demons than you have, to give you the strategies, the systems, the support, so that you feel empowered to tackle any career challenge, any leadership challenge that you might ever have, then it's time to book a call. thepeoplestack.com/book. We're going to take a look at, I was talking about earlier, where you are, where you want to go. That's what we're going to do. We're going to guide you through it. And you're going to have an expert to make sure to hold you accountable for, okay, really, where are you right now? We don't put up with any BS, because we know that if you just say, oh, everything's great, that's not the truth. We're there to reveal the truth. So we're there to ask you and reveal the truth of where you really are right now in your career, what's going on. And we're also there to reveal the truth of what's your dream. Not just the right now, not just the safe dream. Oh, I'd love to get a job. I need a job. Yeah, that'd be great. But what's the real dream? Where do you not just want to be 3 to 6 months from now, but where do you want to be 3 to 6 years from now? And we're going to help you dream. We're going to guide you through that process. And we're going to help you figure out the number one reason of what's holding you back. The number one reason why you haven't reached that dream already. And we're going to map out a plan so that you can get there. And if we're 100% confident that we can help you do that, if we're 100% confident that our help is going to empower you to accelerate the process toward career transformation, then we're going to tell you. If we're not confident, if we don't think that we can help you, we're going to steer you in the direction toward resources. We're going to introduce you to people who are going to help you. So no matter what the outcome of the call, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you the outcome of every single call, whether it's, sometimes people end up working with us. Sometimes we steer people toward other resources. Sometimes the outcome is different. Oh yeah, by the way, my dream is to start my own business, and that's what I'm going to do. And it's like we empower you and we cheer you on. And it really just ends up being, what I can promise is that it's going to end up being the most clarifying and valuable conversation that you've ever had about your career, because I guarantee that you have never looked at your career this way before. You have never thought about your career this way before. You have never felt what it feels like to really take a look in the mirror and say, what is it going to take for me to stand in my power and intentionally build my career instead of letting it happen to me? So if you're ready to do that, go ahead and book a call with us, thepeoplestack.com/book. So that's it for the week for the live video. So just as a reminder, every week we're changing the schedules around just a little bit, but what we're going to be doing now, moving forward, is I'm going to do Facebook Live, these live episodes every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern and every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern. So you can expect these episodes to pop up then. And then of course you can always watch them afterwards. And then I'll be posting articles throughout the week, and there'll be a theme every week. And again, this week's theme is imposter syndrome. So that is it for the day. Just take a look. What can you do to build your excellence and to report your excellence? And what's keeping you from doing that more often? That's the message of the day. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.